Hi, I'm Steve Anderson. Welcome to Apologia. Apologia is a Facebook page consisting of recorded conversations with many of my Facebook friends. I'm very fortunate to have such diverse, intelligent, and talented friends. Today I'm speaking with one of them, Peter Kulemans. Peter's a 38-year-old, lives with his significant other, has two children in Mechelen, Belgium. He comes from a Karam family dynasty, including his grandfather Raymond Koolmans, arguably the greatest Karam player of all time, his father Koen, and his uncle Kurt, and also his brother Bart. So, wow, what a family. When you guys team up, you probably do quite well. Anyhow, welcome, Peter.
Hi,
Hi.
Steve.
So,
How are you?
I'm doing well. How's the weather in Belgium?
Terrible for the moment.
Yeah,
It's really cold and raining all the time. So
yeah,
we have had a great summer, but it's over.
yeah. Well, in Michigan, it's not really good right now. I think it's like 45 and rainy, so it's not so good. So,
No, kind of the
yeah.
same.
Oh, by the way, congratulations. So you just got back from Paris. Strike that. You got back from France.
Yes, from La
Uh,
Baule.
yeah, at the World Cup, and you played quite well. Can we start there?
Of course,
What are
of
your
course.
thoughts? What are your
Uh,
thoughts?
well, first of all, I'm playing World Cups again after almost 4 years of absence. I started in Blankenberge, and then Porto, and now La Baule was the third one. So because of yeah, the fact that I don't have a lot of ranking points, I have to start at the bottom, Monday
Sure.
qualifications, and then go on hopefully Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. So in La Bola I had a good run for 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Only the last game on Wednesday was I lost against a Greek player, Papa Constantinou.
Hmm.
Um, which was it was not a good game from my point of view, but I had a very good run of 5 games with good average, so that's something to take with me for the next tournaments.
Absolutely. It is, and I know you know this, but playing 3C for many, many years, what a weird game. Um, you can play like you had one of your games, you had like a 2.5 average, I believe. I mean, you were making, I like the long
Yeah,
shot
nice
I
shot.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So that was a great shot. And, but, but then there's times when I get on the table, I don't know anything about it. It just seems like your brain just absolutely isn't in the same groove it was. And that could have been just a day ago.
Hmm.
For
Correct.
example, Martin Horn, you just beat him, what, last night?
Hmm. Yes, I did
And he won,
in the Belgian league.
right, in the
Yeah,
Belgian league. And he won you know, the cup, the World
The
Cup.
World
So
Cup. Yes, yes.
it is so weird how that goes.
It's
So it's
strange because you play many games, and of course some things change during the tournament. The table changed a little bit. There are 8 tables, so you play on all the different tables. Yeah, I played. It was my sixth game, and also the 3 days before the tournament, I played league games in France and Germany. So it also depends on how is the concentration? Can you keep focused all the time? And if there's one game where you don't have the feeling from the beginning of the game of the right focus, you have an opponent that plays well and plays good defense, yeah, then a game can turn out completely different than you'd expected. But that's also why we love three cushion and billiards in general, because we know that that's how the way the game goes sometimes.
I thought we like to play because we're just masochists.
Yeah, also.
We just love to inflict pain on ourselves.
Yes. Mental pain.
Yeah, exactly. Oh gosh. So, couple things. Maybe you can share your equipment with me. What are you playing with? Your cue.
Yes, my sponsor, Q sponsor, is Longoni
Oh yeah.
for about maybe 5 years now, I think. And I'm playing now with Kim Jae Gwen Special Edition.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Korean model, which I like very much. It's a S20 shaft, C71.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So
so I'm
low
playing.
deflection. What's the millimeter?
It's 11.7.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
11.7. So that's the material with which I feel the best, and I'm have to say that since I play Longoni, also my total game got a little bit better
Okay.
because yeah, you get to know how to use the cue, and you have so many options with Longoni. So it's
Sure.
very high quality material.
Yep. Conical, just a typical conical shaft
Yes,
taper
yes,
to it. Okay.
yes.
And what tip do you have on?
It's Kamui.
Oh, okay. All
Yes,
right. Do
which is
you use
also
a
nice
hard
because
hard
when
tip?
it's medium,
Oh, okay.
medium.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Longoni
Good.
they send me the shafts when they are the new shafts with Kamui tip on it, and I almost 9 out of 10 I can play with the tip immediately. They're
Oh, okay.
really well placed and also very good quality.
Great. Okay. A lot of people like to know the equipment that people play with. So that was,
Of
I
course,
wanted to, get that information from you.
it's also important.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like Longoni is, at least among the Europeans, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Longoni seems to be so commonly played. And when it comes to some of the Asian players, if I could paint a broad brush here, they tend, some of them have Longoni, uh, and I'm trying to think of the other one. I just had a mental block on the cue from Asia. But anyhow, I guess that's not that important. Let's get into to what your plans are going forward. Since you're back into it, you took a break from it, like you mentioned, and now you're back into it. Do you have like a, a yearly plan or a 5-year plan, or what are your thoughts on that?
The plan is not on a long term, but I see it as I will try every year to play like 4, 3, 4, 5, depending on the locations, World Cups.
Sure.
Also some sponsoring, of course, because it's expensive to play World Cups. And
Yes.
the Belgian Federation, unfortunately, they don't support the players to play international tournaments. So
Oh, okay.
we all need to find some financial resources ourselves.
Okay.
So that's not always easy, but we
No.
manage. We manage. And I still make the combination with my job because I also work in a telecommunication company here in my city, in Mechelen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I work 32 hours a week, so I have to find a good balance between my job, my family, and billiard competitions, which also is
Absolutely.
not always easy, but I can manage.
Yeah.
So that's basically the plans also for the next coming years. And of course, we are always here in Europe. We play the national leagues,
Hmm.
Belgium, Holland, France, Germany. I have teams in all these countries. So it's also important to keep playing these leagues because it's a very good practice
Absolutely.
Also for the World Cups, because in these competitions I also play against very, very strong opponents.
Sure.
And every game against a strong or stronger opponent, can help you to raise your own game. So that's also still a part of the plan.
Yeah. Good. Oh, by the way, the brand Q I was trying to think of, and I had a mental block, was Hanbot.
Hambat,
It's
yeah,
it seemed like that is played a lot by
Asian players, yes,
many of the Asian players. So, uh,
correct, yeah.
well, let's talk about money in three cushion billiards. Crazy stuff happening. We got this LG tournament in South Korea. We had the McCreary tournament in New York City. Your
Mhm,
grandfather played in it. There was some
correct.
major between those two tournaments. There was some major cash. Um, it looks like the UMB is wanting to kind of go in that direction. Not that they still don't want to have World Cups, but it seems like the direction may be shifting. Yes, no? Thoughts?
I'm not sure. I think they want to, how to say, increasingly go in the World Cups also higher with the prize money, but they
Okay.
don't want to go too high in one time.
Oh,
So
okay.
I think there are resources to make the prize money higher in World Cups also, but they take it one step at a time and see how it
Yes,
goes, which I think is a good approach.
absolutely.
Um, and yeah, there's a lot of money involved now coming from the Asian side. Of course, in Korea it's very very popular. Three cushion. They get many time on television. Uh, they have, I think, three billiard channels for 24 hours a day. So
Wild.
that's crazy.
You know,
Um,
it's funny how things are relative. Like here in the United States, three cushion, any kind of carom game is just, everything's pool. So
yeah,
I look at Belgium and I'm going, you're so damn lucky that you're there. But then you talk about South Korea and there's a billiard parlor basically on every other corner. And you just mentioned the TV shows that they have. So
yeah,
yeah, it's wild. It just depends where you live.
for sure. And in Belgium, it used to be very big because of the Raymond Keulemans and Ludo Dillis era. They were in the news all the time in magazines and newspapers and on TV.
Mm.
But yeah, now it shifted. It changed to Asia, Vietnam, South Korea. So popular, and in Europe we tend to get a little bit behind. Also because the youth, the young, we don't have a lot of young players coming through.
Are they
And
playing pool, Peter? At least, or
I have
not
to
even
say in
that?
Belgium, it's not even pool
Not even
or
pool.
snooker. No, no,
Oh,
it's
okay.
we have one very good snooker player, Luca Bressel. He's I think top 16 in the world in snooker, but he's the only one. There's one younger guy coming. He's like 13, 14 years old. He's also very strong in snooker. But pool, it's like the when in the weekends the young guys they go out and they go to a cafe to play some pool. They
Yeah,
don't gonna play three cushion
right.
or just carom. They always look for pool. So
Sure.
yeah, that's a pity because it's a very nice game to discover.
Yeah. Well, here in the States, we've lost so many pool rooms, and the pool rooms that are left, they got rid of the ones that did have a a 10-foot carom table. They basically sold it, and they could put in two bar boxes, in the same room as the one carom table. So
Yeah,
very few pool rooms in the States. It's unusual to even have a carom table, but
carom. Yeah,
that's too bad. Well,
pity.
back to the goal. So what is the ultimate goal? I know you're taking it a step at a time,
Mhm.
and which is a smart thing to do. What are you shooting for? The big.
For the stars.
That's good. Yeah,
Um,
I asked a
no,
stupid question, and I
yeah,
deserve that answer. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. It's just that I don't want to put my goals too high because I still have to keep in mind that I also have a job and my family and everything. But I I think I can still raise my game by some average maybe, and also in performance wise, there are many things of course that can still be better. So
Sure.
I just try to watch the better players, learn from them, and try to get some tips here and there,
Absolutely.
and yeah, make the best of it. So it would be very nice to go higher in the world ranking, but I cannot for the moment. I still cannot say till where I can go or what my possibilities should be or
Sure.
could be. So
Well,
we will see. Ask me again maybe in about 1 year. Maybe I will know more.
there you go. Unfortunately, these conversations, I'm trying to keep them kind of down to about 15 minutes, but that's hard for me. I'd love to talk to you for a long time, but I'm trying to keep them
No
compact
problem.
so
Of
people
course.
don't lose interest in whatever the
Yes.
conversation is. So, uh, parting thoughts. Where do you see the direction of Three Cushion, uh, both in Belgium and then also in the world? What's your predictions or
But
prediction?
I think it was very different 5 years ago. If you ask me that question, it would be I wouldn't be so positive. But now with what happened the last year and the financial injections in the sport, I should say that it's getting more and more popular, and there's a big chance of having a very bright future for Three Cushion. I'm sure.
I agree with you. I think if we can get the game into the Olympics, uh, what a, I think that would be a big shot in the arm.
Hmm.
It would expose people. I love Kazum, but basically the subscribers are showing it to Karen players, so there isn't a lot of exposure. But if it was you know one of the games in the Olympics, what a world of difference that would make.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
well,
Yes, because then it gets the worldwide exposure that it deserves, and yeah, it will be fantastic.
it's like curling. I mean, if you do you watch any of the Olympics?
Sometimes,
Okay,
but not not from the morning till evening, but I watch some highlights most of the
yeah.
time.
Well, it's like curling's a
Hmm.
classic sport. I mean, a lot of people didn't know much about it. They were quite
Hmm.
ignorant. And
Hmm.
now, I mean, curling is like hot.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
sure,
I
sure,
mean,
sure. Yeah,
if it can work for curling, it can work for three cushion
for three
billiards.
cushion beards, yes, and
Yeah,
snooker and pool also because it will all be together. I think if they it
absolutely.
go to the Olympics, so.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
any publicity for our carom game should be embraced.
I agree. Hey,
Yes,
Peter, thank you so much for taking your time out and keep playing as well as you are and um, have a great rest of the year.
thanks, Steve,
All
and thanks
right.
for asking me. It was nice to have an
Well,
interview like this.
thank you so much.
You're
Bye-bye.
welcome. Bye bye, Steve.
Bye.
Take care.
You too.
Kan u daar nou al over smeren?